strum a guitar. So there are many strums, there are many ways of strumming, there are many ways of learning how to strum, but I would like to share with you a very trusty and easy way to learn how to strum the guitar. And I have worked with this method with hundreds of people, and it typically works a treat. So I'm hoping that you enjoy it as well. Well, the first step in learning to strum is to look below and click the subscribe button. And if you haven't, then that would be your number one step. That will help you in all of your guitar playing. So click the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Next up, here's how we're gonna go about this. There's many steps. There's a few steps. But the first step is to count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with your mouth out loud. Now don't just sit there and mumble. That doesn't count. Instead, actually use your words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to do it in a different language, well then that's your prerogative and that will work. But that is the number one thing to do with this. So now we're going to strum, but what do you strum with? How do you actually touch the strings? If you play with a pick, you can play with a pick, a plectrum, but you can also just use your index finger. And you can just hold your index finger loosely like this, kind of tuck the other fingers loosely. If you want to put a thumb against it, then it'll give you a little bit of stability, but still let that tip joint flex through. So that way you can just do this. And then you move from the elbow. There's not a lot of wrist stuff like this. It's just move from the elbow. You've got this thing and it just goes up and down. It is a machine like a piston. And so to start, just do this a little bit and just get used to doing it. From the elbow. And so now we're putting our strum together with our counting. And so we always start on 1 with a downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. So always going down, up, down, up, down, up, never breaking that pattern. Always and forever. And the odd numbers are down and the even numbers are up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this needs to become completely easy to you. Now when you're ready, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to take out a number. So we'll start with the number 2. The important part is that your hand still has to go. Your hand doesn't stop just because we're taking out a number. Your hand is always going up and down. This is the machine, but we're just skipping one of the numbers. So it looks like this. 1, we're going to skip 2 in this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And that 2, if you would like to, you can actually give it a little bit more oomph so that you can feel it and actually say it. You can also whisper that word so it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that it's different in the way that you speak it as well. But the important part is that you keep the hand moving. You have to move on the ghosted note. We'll call it ghosting. Well, if you notice, 2 is an upbeat because it's an even number. 1, 2. It's an upstroke. We can also take out a downstroke. So in this example, let's use 5. And you can go through and do all of these in turn. So do the 3 and the 4 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. But let's do the 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you find yourself wanting to pause, your arm wanting to pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're wanting to stop there, well then really give it some, make it almost like your internal hammer is hitting right on that note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 6, 7. So make that actually the loudest note in your body if you need to, even though it's not actually making any sound on the guitar. That'll just help you to learn it faster and just get used to moving in this way. Eventually, it would be really nice if you could just do this very relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it wasn't a big deal in your body. You didn't have to try so hard. But at first, you might have to, in which case, put some weight behind it. Well, now we come to the big step. And this is when we're actually strumming like we'll strum in songs, in tunes. So that's when we take out 2 numbers. And ideally, it's going to sound best usually when there is an odd number and an even number. So here we'll just take the 2 and the 5 that we have been doing, and we'll do this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This strum is the most common strum ever. This strum will work in thousands and thousands of tunes. And if you're accompanying somebody, then this will work. If you're singing songs like pop songs or rock songs, this will work. So it's just a great one to know. It's the one that I played right at the very beginning. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very common. You can play it slow, you can play it fast. And this, as far as leverage goes, this really punches above its weight class because it is so common. It sounds so good with so many different styles and different songs. So that's it. That is how to strum. Now what's going to happen is this. You're going to do it. You can play any chords up here, it doesn't matter. Or you can just, like we've been doing, just mute out the strings for practice, and that's really nice. And so as you're doing this, here's what you're going to notice, which is that you'll get it into a rhythm. You'll start to hear it, and you can stop counting, and it'll keep going. And that's great. That's what you're looking for. However, tomorrow, if you just sit down and start strumming, it may or may not be the same, and it may not be there. And so that's why using numbers in this way is so helpful, because then you can just quickly do this pattern. You just count and take out the numbers that you want to. I'm going to take out the 2 and the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you speed it up. Okay, now it's back in my body again. And eventually you won't have to count. But you'll also find that certain songs have certain numbers that they take out. And oftentimes it will be 2 of them. And so it could be that the song that you're playing has the 3 and the 7 taken out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2. And that could be the feel of the song. Each 2 pairs of numbers that you take out will have a different feel. And so if you're playing a song, it's an easy way to remember how to get the feel for that song. It's just to remember which notes, which 2 numbers you're going to ghost. And then before you play the song, you just take a couple of seconds and remind yourself of the numbers, get it back in your ear, and bam, you're right back into it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell for the notifications. And I hope we can do it again sometime. All the best in your strumming and in your playing. Guitar is a great thing, so enjoy. Take care.